Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another updates from my YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about how we are going to integrate Spring Security with Azure Active Directory. Okay. So before I'm going to explain about Spring Security with Azure Active Directory, so I'm going to discuss about what is Azure Active Directory. Okay. So let me present a PPT here. Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory is Microsoft Enterprise Cloud-based identity and access management solution. The Azure Active Directory Enterprise Identity Service provides single sign-on and multi-factor authentication to help protect your users from 99.9% of cybersecurity attacks. Azure Active Directory is the backbone of the Office 365 system, and it can sync with on-premise Active Directory and provide authentication to other cloud-based systems via WAF protocol. So simply it will simplify the single sign-on. So if you guys observe here, we have like a couple of apps here. So Azure Active Directory supports thousands of pre-integrated software as a service applications, that is SaaS applications. So here we have Office 365 and we have MyDay and we have Workplace, Box, Canvas, okay, Google Apps. So if you want to integrate with any application, you can directly use Azure Active Directory here. Okay, so that is the benefit of Azure Active Directory. So let me log in into my Azure portal, guys. So this is my Azure portal. So here go to all services section, click on, here you will find Azure Active Directory. Let's click on that. Okay, so if you guys observe here, so here you can see the tenant ID. Okay, and so what we need to do is we have to register our application here. So here you will find like app registrations, guys. So let's click on that and click on new registration. So here you can provide the name of your application. So I'm going to provide Spring Security Azure. Okay, so here we will have like couple of options, that is single tenant and multi-tenant. Okay, so I'm going to use a single tenant here and click on register. Okay, so here you will find like application ID, that is client ID, guys, and we have object ID and the tenant ID. So here the application ID is mandatory. Let's copy here. So here I have a notepad. So here I have application.yaml file. So here you will find like tenant ID, client ID and the client secret, and we need user group information. Okay, so in the place of client ID, let's paste this and come back to your Azure portal. Okay, so now what we need to do is we have to create one secret here. Let's click on this certificates and the secret. Let's click on new client secret. So let me create one secret, guys. Securities sample key. So here we have a couple of options when it has to be expired. So you can provide like 3 months, 12 months or 18 months or 24 months. Okay, so by default it is 6 months. So let's click on add. Okay, once it is generated successfully, you can see the secret ID and the secret value. So you can initially see the secret value, but once you navigate to the other skins and the second time when you come to here, so you can't see the value. Okay, so that is the reason. Let's copy this secret value and go to your notepad, and here we have a client secret, right? So let's copy here. Okay, and so we have a API permissions here. Let's click on that. Okay, So here we have a Microsoft graph, click on that, and so here we need to find the directory, guys. So let's go to that directory. Here click on that. So here you will find like a couple of options, that is directory access as user all, so read all, and read and write all. Okay, so I need like user all permissions, access directory as the sign in user. Okay, let's click on that and update the permission. Okay, it's updated successfully, guys. Now click on grant admin consent for default directory. Okay, let's save this. Okay, now so it's granted for default directory, guys. And now come to this authentication, and here we need to add the platform, guys. So let's click on add platform, and here you will find like different types of options, that is web and single page application. Okay, so if you are using Java, .NET or Python, you can use web here. So if you are using Angular or like so reactive single page application, let's click on this. Okay, so if you are using Android, if you are using iOS or Mac OS, so we have like couple of options here, depends on the requirement, you can use this. So I'm going to use Java here, so let's click on web option, and here we need to provide some URL, guys. Okay, so that's it, guys. And here we have like two types of tokens, access tokens and ID tokens. Okay, so if you are using like .NET or Java, so you can use ID tokens here, so usually for implicit and hybrid flows, guys. Let's click on this and configure. Okay, that's it. So the authentication part is done, guys, and what we need to do is we have to create one user. Okay, so go to the default directory, so here you will find the users. Okay, create one user. So here you will find like username. Okay, so I'm going to provide user1 here, and the name should be user1 at the rate of this is my domain name. Okay, and so you can provide some test user1. And first name and the last name. So here we have a password. Okay, so let me create my password, guys. And we have groups and the roles. Role is user, and so here we have job information. So if you want, you can fill this, so not required for me. Okay, so user is created successfully, guys. Now what we need to do is we have to create one group. Go to your directory and click on groups. Okay, so let's click on new group. So here you will find like group types. Okay, so my group type is security, so let me take group 1. And so here we have like owners and the members. So if you want, you can add the owners, but I'm not required here, so let me add members. Okay, test user. So this is the user, let me select. So it's added successfully, and create this group. Okay, group is selected successfully, guys. Okay, and go to your default directory. So here the group is group 1, and tenant ID, we need tenant ID. So this is my tenant ID, copy this and paste here. Okay, so our application.yml file is ready, and now what we need to do is we have to create one Spring Boot application, guys. Okay, so let me open Spring Initializer. So let me take some group. Okay, Azure. So Spring Security Azure. So let me add some dependencies here, that is Spring Web and Azure Active Directory, and we need OAuth client. Okay, OAuth 2 client. So that's it guys, you can just generate this project. So generated successfully. Okay, let me import into my IDE. Successfully imported into my IDE guys. So go to source folder, Java. So let me create one controller. Controller. Okay, this is REST controller. And after that, so we need to authorize this, right? So we have an annotation that is pre-authorize guys. Okay, that's it. Okay. Yeah, so it's ready guys, and let me copy this application.aml file. Go to resources, click on new aml file. Okay, let's paste here. So go to your main application. This is my main application, right guys? So here I need to add some code. Enable web security, and after that we need to enable global method security. Okay, so here we need pre-post enable true. So that's it guys. So let's start my application. Get started guys. So let me this is my URL. Let's click on this. Okay, it's asking username. So this is the username that I copied from here. So this is my username. Click on next, and it's asking password guys. So let me provide password. Click on sign in. So it's asking me to change the password. Okay, let's sign in. Okay, so you will see like a couple of options here, and I'm just clicking on skip for now. Okay, permissions requested. Click on accept. Okay, we got white label error page guys. Okay, let me hit my endpoint. Okay, so we are getting the response hello group on user guys. Okay, it's working fine. And one more thing, like if you want to get it your user information, so in the response, so we have principal. Okay, Java security principal. So you can use this one. Hello group on users. Let me this is principal dot get name. Okay, so that's it guys. So let's rerun this application and test it out. Okay, it started successfully guys, and let's refresh this. See now, hello group 1 users, this is test user. So I got the user information in the response back. And if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks.